Aids race runner with two simple track pieces. There's this one which I call an R3V, and that's V because it's concave. You can just see that curve dishing down a tiny bit. And this is the R3X, which has got the kind of hump in the middle, so that's the convex piece. Both of these have aluminium foil as the rail. They've got a bit of steel under the foil so that you can get the magnetic effect. And on the back that you can see alligator clips joining foil to the copper wires, and then there's extra wire to replicate the circuit and reduce the resistance. But to really see how this is going to work, we're going to get two of the V with two of the X. Okay, so there's the two V's connected to two X. The way it's going to work with these corners we're going to look at is that you come in flat here, which kind of kicks up to your left, and then the convex ones correct that and bring you back to the flat. So let's look at some circuits that take advantage of that. And the first one is this neat little flyover, which starts off with two of the concave, then four of the convex over the top, and another two concave to finish it off at the bottom. So it's a sweet little flyover, and it lends itself to creating a figure 8 circuit coming back underneath that flyover. Well, how about we go to Eau Rouge at Spa, and we'll put four R3Vs down the bottom, and then some straights coming up, and put the convex track pieces at the top. Go to Imola, and we've got the Aqua Minerale. It's really the same pieces, just with different track pieces in between. This time we start at the top of the hill, come down, it's flat for a little bit, and then the R3Vs take us up again, and the R3X has flattened it out up at the Variante Alta. What about the dipper at Mount Panorama Bathurst? You'd think you'd have a couple of convex at the top and a couple of concave at the bottom, and there's your dipper, and that would work, that'd be good. When I did it, I thought, gee, I'd like this a little higher, so I did three V's at the top, sorry, three X's at the top, and two V's at the bottom. So it didn't sort of fit theoretically, and there was a little bit of scalloping in the three convex, but not that you'd notice, and it was a little bit higher, a little bit more jeopardy, a little bit more heart in mouth, and it worked beautifully anyway. Now, a mirror image of the dipper, of course, and we could call it the corkscrew from Laguna Seca. Having done that, I wouldn't mind going back and just trying that with two X's at the top and three V's at the bottom, but that's another day. Actually, while we're at it, let's drive the cars up the opposite direction, and instead of the corkscrew, we'll call it the cutting back at Mount Panorama. And let's not forget that if we've got enough of the concave tracks, well, we can just make a good old-fashioned bank corner like this one. This is 10 R3Vs together. Now for a couple of quirky ones to finish off. I call this one the wall run, because you kind of come barreling at the corner, and it's like you run into a wall, and then you can use the wall to accelerate away. A bit like the parkour people doing a wall run. That one is 3 V's, then 3 X's, then 3 V's. And if you flip it over, strangely, and you flip that around and have 3 X's, then 3 V's and another 3 X's, it's effectively turning it upside down. I call it the bowl, and that's because it reminds me of Turn 6 at Wanneroo Raceway in Western Australia. What challenging, interesting corners could you create just using these two simple pieces? You can download the STL for these corners and the associated bits and pieces. I'll put a link down below so you can grab that and print some out and just start exploring. I'm sure there's more that could be done these corner pieces. Thanks for watching.